When I quit smoking, I thought I was changing an old habit. Turns out I wasn't. I was actually changing who I was in everyday life. Because when something's been part of your routine for 25 years, it stops being something you do and it becomes part of who you are. That's the part nobody prepares us for and is what we're digging into here. Smoking was never just smoking. Most people think smoking is just a habit, especially if you're a non-smoker. But it's not. It's a structure. It's how I move through my day, like morning coffee, like breaks, stress, driving, even thinking time. It wasn't random, it was organized. So when I quit, I didn't just remove cigarettes. I removed a framework for how I operated. And that created something I did not expect, the identity void. There was a strange feeling that started showing up after I quit. Like not cravings or not even stress, like something quieter. I didn't feel fully like the old me, but at the same time, I also didn't feel like the new me yet either. Just in between. And that in between space is uncomfortable because your brain wants a label, like a role, a default, a default identity. And when it doesn't have one, it starts pulling you backwards automatically. Not because you want to smoke, because that version of you had answers. The version, this version, doesn't yet. Why identity drives relapse. This is what I realized later. People don't relapse because they miss cigarettes. They relapse because they miss the version of themselves that it used to be attached to. Like the smoker version of me knew exactly what to do in stress. Well, I'd smoke. Right? And also like what to do in boredom, like how to reset, how to pause. That identity had answers. The non-smoker version didn't yet. So the brain does what it always does. It defaults to the identity that was most practiced. And if you don't build a new one intentionally, cigarettes can and will creep back in. What I started building instead. So I stopped trying to quit smoking. I started building a structure instead, like simple things, morning routine, movement, environmental shifts, a few daily anchors while my body was adjusting to this new pace. Like hydration first, movement early, and a small set of things I use every day for energy, for recovery, for staying in this midlife rebuild. Okay, look, you quit smoking now. The next logical step is to rebuild your health. I put a link in the description as a place for you to take the first step. Go ahead, fill it out, and I'll walk you through exactly what's working for me. The moment identity started shifting, there was a moment where I realized something had shifted. Like I didn't automatically reach for cigarettes anymore. But more importantly, I didn't feel like I was missing something all the time either. That gap started closing. Not because I forced it, because I replaced enough of the structure that used to define me. And that's when it all clicked. You don't quit smoking and become someone new overnight. You slowly overwrite your identity through repetition, and that's how change is made. Old self versus new self. The old version of me had automatic responses. Stress, smoke. Pause, smoke. Boredom, smoke. The new version doesn't have automatic responses. It has choices. Like sometimes I move, sometimes I pause, sometimes I reset my environment. Like, hey, it might not be perfect, but it is intentional. And that intentionality is what creates control again. So, not perfection, just awareness and interruption. Once identity starts shifting, you start noticing something underneath all of that. Smoking wasn't actually the root problem. It was how I managed everything else. Stress, energy, emotion, routine. Like when you remove that coping layer, you have to rebuild all of it. That's what I'm breaking down in the next video, because this is where most people either stabilize or start struggling again without realizing why. I'll see you in the next one. The end.